Hello and hi, we are from Group 8 and today we will present about Malaysia Airlines. Malaysia Airlines is the national carrier of Malaysia and has been serving passengers since 1972. The airline operates both domestic and international flights and is recognized for its safety, quality service and warm Malaysian hospitality. It also contributes significantly to tourism, business travel and the country's economy. Today, we will presenting an overview of Malaysia Airlines and discussing its current challenges and future strategies. That's all from me.
Okay, for the company background, Malaysia Airlines is the national airline of Malaysia and one of the country leading the aviation service provider. So the airline operate under Malaysian Aviation Group, or we call it MAG, offer the both domestic and the international flight service. So Malaysia Airlines trace its origin to a Malayan Airways Limited in 1947 and has since developed into the globally recognized full-service airline. So its main operational hub is in Kuala Lumpur International Airport, or we call it KLIA, which serves as important gateway for the traveller entering and leaving Malaysia. So the airline is also a member of the One World Alliance, allow a passenger to access a wider international network through a partner airline. So Malaysia Airlines is widely known for its Malaysian hospitality concept, which reflect a Malaysian culture, friendliness, and a service excellence. Okay, for the history and development part, Malaysia Airlines has undergone significant development since it established in 1947. The airlines began as a Malayan Airways Limited before being renamed Malaysian Airways in 1966. That was collaboration with Singapore and Malaysia. So in 1972, following the separation of the Malaysian-Singapore Airlines, the Malaysia Airline System, or MAS, was established. The company later evolved into a Malaysia Airline Berhad in 2015 and now operate under the Malaysian Aviation Group, or we call it MAG. Today, the airline continue to modernize its fleet, improve a digital service and strengthen its international connectivity. This development help Malaysian Airlines remain competitive in the global aviation industry while supporting the Malaysian transportation and tourism sector.
Good day everyone. Today I'll be talking you through section 3.0 of our report, focusing on the planning strategies of Malaysia Airlines. Let's start with how the airline manages its physical operations, specifically its routes and its aircraft. First, under route and network planning, Malaysia Airlines heavily leverages Kuala Lumpur International Airport, or KLIA, as its primary hub. The strategy here is all about synchronization by tightly aligning international arrival times with domestic departures. They make it incredibly seamless for global tourists to transit to local hotspots like Langkawi or Penang. Furthermore, their route planning is highly agile. They don't keep flights static. Instead, they use data to dynamically inject extra flight frequencies during peak tourist seasons, like school holidays or festive periods, to maximize passenger volume when demand spikes. Moving on to the fleet moderation and capacity planning, the airline focuses on balancing efficiency with cost control. They are actively upgrading their fleet with eco-efficient aircraft like the Boeing 737-8 and the Airbus A330neo. This serves a dual purpose. It significantly cuts down on massive jet fuel expenses while appealing to modern, eco-conscious travelers by reducing carbon emissions Finally, they practice dynamic capacity matching. They don't just fly any plane anywhere. They match aircraft size strictly to route demand. High traffic routes get wide body jets to maximize passenger volume, while lower density routes use narrow body planes to eliminate unnecessary financial risk. Now, moving on to our second slide, we look at our Malaysian airline plans beyond its own immediate fleet through partnerships and how it insulates itself from global uncertainty. Under strategic alliances and partnerships, the airline massively expands its global footprint without the massive capital expense of buying hundreds of new planes. As a member of the elite One World Alliance, Malaysia Airlines connects its passengers to a massive global network. This allows international tourists to enjoy seamless luggage transfers, shared luxury airport lounges, and integrated frequent flyer points across multiple global airlines. They complement with targeted code-share agreements with major carriers like Qatar Airways and Japan Airlines, allowing them to market and sell tickets to destinations they don't even physically fly to. Lastly, let's look at contingency and risk management planning. Aviation is an incredibly volatile industry, making risk management a core survival strategy. Financially, Malaysia Airlines utilizes aggressive fuel price hedging by locking in fuel prices ahead of time. This shields their operating margins from sudden spikes in global oil prices, which ultimately allows them to keep passenger ticket prices stable and competitive. Operationally, they rely on agile crisis like frameworks such as their long-term business plan. This playbook gives management the exact steps needed to rapidly scale down operations during global distributions and seamlessly scale back up the moment the tourism market recovers. Together, these four pillars ensure that Malaysia Airlines remains both commercially viable and a vital driver of Malaysia's tourism infrastructure. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nura Hazra binti Muhammad Nizam. My number metric is 302294. So I will explain the mass management strategies. Malaysia Airlines, the national airline under Malaysian Aviation Group, uses strong management strategies to deal with the changing global airline market. To help bring both international and domestic tourists, must uses organized operations, strict safety rules, high quality service, and strategic partnerships. The following sections are explain and evaluate the main operational elements that make up mass management system. Core management philosophy: customer is our center of gravity and safety is our DNA. For strategic objective, utilizing structured operational control, safety frameworks, and premium service delivery to optimize domestic and international tourist movement. So next, Malaysia Airlines fleet operation and capacity management. Malaysia Airlines uses dynamic capacity scaling by assigning different aircraft based on passenger demand. Larger aircraft are used for international routes, while smaller aircraft operate domestic and regional flights. The airline is also modernizing its fleet with the Airbus A330neo, which is more fuel efficient, reduces operating costs, and supports sustainability. In addition, Malaysia Airlines practices proactive capacity balancing and prioritize schedule integrity and reduce flight disruptions and maintain reliable flight schedules.
Now let's talk about our customer experience. Their famous brand concept is Malaysian hospitality, which guide how staff treat customer online and on board to make mass stand out from budget airlines. Tourists can use the Journify app or website to easily book flight, shop and arrange ground transport all in one place. To give premium passenger a great ground experience, MAS partnered with BMW Malaysia for private transfer in luxury electric cars at KLIA. They also train their crew heavily so that service is always excellent, whether you fly economy or you fly a business class. Safety is the most important part of MAS. For regulatory compliance, MAS follows strict rules set by local and international aviation group like CAAM and ICAO to keep an excellent safety record. For human capital management, they raise the pay and benefit for their specialized engineers, which keeps top talent from leaving and ensure plans are always perfectly maintained. They also do continuously safety training and backup planning so the crew knows exactly how to handle emergency or flight disruption calmly. Finally, let's look at how MAS work with others. For global network integration, MAS is part of the Global One World Alliance, which connect their bookings, baggage handling and enrich points smoothly with other international airlines. Because of this alliance, long-haul international tourists can enjoy seamless transfer onto local domestic flight to explore Malaysia easily. Lastly, MAS work closely with aviation authorities to manage airport slots while testing sustainable aviation fuel to turn Malaysia into a green travel hub. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ellie Lowena and my metric code number is 305916. Today I'll be presenting the marketing strategies of Malaysia Airline, MAS. As the national carrier, MAS doesn't just sell tickets, they sell the story of Malaysia itself. Let me walk you through what makes MAS marketing special. They don't rely on just one approach, instead they use four-man strategies to promote their service and attract travelers. First, they create emotional connection through thematic branding campaign. Second, they partner with tourism boards to promote Malaysia as a destination. Third, they leverage AI, artificial intelligence, and digital tools to reach modern travelers. Fourth, they turn their amazing customer experience into a marketing tool on its own. So what is their ultimate goal? Their ultimate goal is to position MAS as the gateway to Asia. Let's talk about their most powerful branding tool, the Time for campaign. Instead of just promoting cheap flights, MAS invites travelers to make time for what truly matters. They created several sub-campaigns for different audience. For example, Time for New Chapters targets people planning big life change, like a new job or a fresh start. And Time for Premium Escape focus on business travelers who want luxury and comfort. And here's the impact. After running this campaign, YouGov data shows that MAS brand's awareness jumped by over 7% in Malaysia alone. That's a huge win for us. It shows that when you tell a good story, people will remember you. Next, let's look at how MAS use partnerships to support Malaysian tourism. The airline has teamed up with tourism boards from Langkawi, Sarawak, and Penang. Why? Because they know that when tourists visit Malaysia, they shouldn't stay in just one places. That's where the bonus side trip, also known as BST program, comes in. Imagine you are an international traveler flying into Kuala Lumpur. With this program, you can add a domestic destination like Penang or Kuching to your trip. And you only pay the taxes, not the fare. This is brilliant because it encourages tourists to explore more of Malaysia, support local and economies, and directly contributes to the Visit Malaysia 2026 VMY 2026 campaign. It's a win-win situation for everyone. Let's move to how MAS stays relevant in the digital age. The airline has partnered with Google to bring AI into their marketing. This means they can create smarter, more targeted campaigns. For example, they use AI to personalize offers based on what each traveler is looking for. They also use cool technology like Google's VO. It was video to image tool to create interactive videos at travel fairs. Instead of just handing out brochures, they create experience that people actually want to share on the social media. So MAS isn't just keeping up with the technology, they are using it to connect with travelers in a more meaningful and personal way. MAS, the best marketing tool is their service itself. They call it Malaysian hospitality, and they promote it everywhere. On board, passengers enjoy Malaysian-inspired cuisine through campaigns like Best of Malaysia and Best of Asia. They also highlight their comfortable cabins, family-friendly programs, and exclusive partnerships like the one with Visa Malaysia. Think about it, when you have a great experience on a flight, you tell your friends, right? That's word of mouth marketing. And for MAS, every happy passenger becomes a brand ambassador. So they invest heavily in making sure the experience match the promise. So the question is, are these strategies works? The numbers say yes. According to YouGov, brand awareness increased by over 7%, and their brand index score went up by nearly 12 points after the campaign launch. But more importantly, their marketing directly supports tourism. The bonus site trip program is encouraging international visitors to explore more of Malaysia. And by promoting Malaysian culture and hospitality, MAS is positioning our country as a top travel destination. In short, these strategies aren't just selling flights, they are selling Malaysia itself. MAS uses a powerful mix of emotional branding, strategic partnerships, digital innovation, and exceptional service to promote their brand and support tourism. They are not just an airline, they are a national storyteller, connecting Malaysia to the world and the world to Malaysia. That's all from me. Thanks for listening.